It's a dark night, 2-0. So, you see the beacon of light through that black hole? Greetings, suns and moons, and of course, I have to welcome back all my stars. What you're about to embark in is a very informative reading. If you haven't checked out part 1, make sure to do so. Now, let's get into the reading. Now, what I'm also picking up is there's some sort of competition for a love choice. And because this Two of Cups is partnered here with this Five of Wands, what this is giving me is someone went to a high priest or a high priestess and attempted to bind someone. And because this happened, their energy was redirected to someone from their past. Now, if you are someone that felt like someone left you hanging, especially if you have children with this individual that could be theirs biologically, however, they don't necessarily have to be. What this is talking about is you competing for someone that doesn't belong to you in the first place. And I know this because the Baba energy is here with the earth symbol. And what this is talking about is a glyph being used in some form of hasiki, and when it was used, that redirected something back to its intended source. Now, if you are somebody that uses shells or oscos, what this is getting to is someone doing research before they performed an initiation and an impact that was felt hard. Now, if you are someone that follows the Orisha or Yoruba culture, what this is speaking of is you realizing that Shanagayin is not an Orisha. However, you may be mistaking her for Queen Sheba, which is an Orisha. Now, some may not feel like she is. However, the originals know that Queen Sheba is most certainly an Orisha. Now, in regards to a demigod and a pantheon, the difference between a demigod and a pantheon speaks volumes. Now, first off, a demigod is someone with a false belief that they are God for the original beings. However, in this current system, they are falsely printing that demigods are pantheons, and they are not. Now, if you grew up Pentecostal or the C, I'm going to call it the C because there's so many different denominations that it will take me hours to get them all out. Because there's so many, there's different beliefs associated with different doctrines. Now, if you're somebody that researches like I do, you may have also ran across a theotis. And when you ran across this theotis, what they told you was that a demigod was a pantheon. And for others that research, you may have ran across a sacred doctrine that some believed was a Bible. And because they believed this, they rewrote it and put Bible on it. However, that is not what it is. Now, if you are a theologist, then you are well aware that there are different sacred doctrines. However, the one that is most common is the one that is in everyone's household. Now, the reason why I bring all of this up is someone feels like if they relocate, they could change their name and their belief. However, that's not the case. But what I'm also getting is someone that did something to you or to a third party in the past now believes that if they say that they are a certain belief system, that you'll take them back. And what I gather from this is this particular individual felt like if they told you that they were a witch, that you wouldn't want anything to do with them. However, in the past, they bragged about it. Now, you may have also ran across some content that you felt was questionable, and because you felt this way, it led you to do some more investigation. And upon doing so, you realized that someone that you knew was commenting in the comment section. Now, in the near future, someone's going to attempt to erase all the comments that they placed in a sector that they felt no one knew about. However, because these two cards were on the carpet, what this is giving me is someone's wish is not going to be fulfilled. And this is because of a false belief that certainly entails whatever floats your boat. Now, what I'm getting to is someone that feels like they can say whatever they need to say and do whatever they need to do to get ahead is going to realize that they are not. However, because this community is small, which they feel like it's not, they're going to attempt to use others' intellectual property and creative ventures. Now, if you are an individual that has a lot of bright ideas, my advice is to get a patent and to do things that are on the up and up to ensure yourself that someone you feel you can trust currently won't get their hands on it. Because what I believe to be true is they feel like if someone sees them doing it or seeing it, that they're going to blow up and you're not. And this is because you are indeed the individual that is multidimensional. However, this particular energy feels like because they are a D, that Baphomet is going to protect them. And that's not the case. Either show me what it is I need to see. Now, in regards to this Knight of Pentacles energy paired with a message from air, what this is talking about is someone's telepathic connection. However, currently, what I'm getting is they're acting like they don't have it. And this is because the individuals in their surrounding environment could possibly be afraid of them because of their belief and their heritage. Now, because I pulled these two cards from each stack in my hands, what this is giving me is balance. However, currently, someone feels like they could get away with doing something. Now, what I feel in regards to these two cards that I pulled from the stacks in my hands is that someone feels like balance will be restored after someone receives their just dues. Now, you could be someone that says door deals, and if this is the case, you are right, because this is exactly what this individual needs. Now, in regards to this Ogun energy here, what this is giving me is someone that is deeply protected. However, another individual may feel like that portion is for them. And this is because they spend all day and night calling on Ogun. However, Ogun does not answer. Now, if you are an individual that has not ascended, when you're being protected by Ogun, what this entails is cars flipping, things falling out the sky, machinery backing up, and things being blocked off. Now, if you are an individual that knows that Ogun governs steel, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anything pertaining to steel, Ogun is going to go ham with, and y'all know what that means. Now, what I feel to be true is someone may have attempted to confuse you, and this is because all of this energy here is someone else's attempt to do an energy transference. However, because the Baba is here, because Pan is here, because Ogun came out, what this is showing me is someone cannot do what they felt like they could do to you or to me. Now, this is a lesson. However, I feel it's yet to be learned in this person's regard. Now, because the man is here, paired with the Eight of Wands, what this is giving me is someone is not going to get a message, and it is indeed a man that sent something back. What this is telling me is someone's options are few because they're getting rejected and they don't have access to someone's generational wealth. Now, currently, if this is indeed your energy that they're attempting to transfer, what this is talking about is you being rich and abundant in ideas and creativity. And this is the reason why they feel like they can bind themselves to you or to your spiritual spouse. Now, what I feel currently is someone else attempting to take the place of someone that they know is gone. And because of this, they're dropping off like flies. I'm being guided to end it there. Deuces. What is your name? What is your name? Sergisias Etha.